Alright guys, so I wanted to take a look at bandpass filter dub chords. This is actually a really great and easy way to make really expressive dub chords, and I'll show you a quick technique I use to make them. So we're going to be using Operator. And by the way, I'm going to be uploading this live set onto my Patreon when it's done. There's a link for that right here and down in the comments. So the first thing I'm going to do is start programming Operator, and let's give it a saw wave. And let's shape the amp envelope a little bit. I'm just going to reduce the sustain a little bit and give it a release of about 600 milliseconds and a little bit of attack around to about there. And the next step is to turn the filter to a bandpass, alright? And I want to set the frequency to around 500 Hertz. And let's give it a little bit of envelope up to like 25%. Now we want to go and give it some spread right here. And let's go into the modulation matrix. And this is a super important point. I want to set the velocity to volume and also to the filter frequency amount, okay? And let's give that quite a big range. Now let's go and program in a MIDI clip. So I double click up here, and with dub techno we generally want minor triad chords, and that's what we'll go with on this. So that's a minor triad chord, and you just want to put in a bunch of notes kind of at random, so just whatever you're feeling basically. Let's start with that for now. Now, a really important point here is we want a lot of velocity modulation here. So in the velocity section here, I'm going to just start drawing in different values for each note. Let's take a look at how that sounds. I'm liking the sound of it, but I want to occupy like a lower frequency range, so I'm going to get all these notes, press shift and the down arrow a couple of times so we get to a lower octave. Take a listen. Now I'm going to put a compressor on here, because we have a lot of dynamic range with the different velocities. Now it'd be good to compress it so it's compressed more, alright? So let's just reduce the threshold. Give it a slow enough attack to let the transient come through. Now let's go back to the MIDI clip, and I'm going to do a bit more programming of the MIDI. So what I want to do is duplicate this clip a couple of times. And I want some spaces, so let's just delete all these notes and let's just say all these ones. And this last note here, we could pitch it up like 5 semitones. Let's take a listen to that. Cool, so it's a really quick way to create interest and variety on our chords is to just draw in like different velocity values here. So right here I could press Control and drag and create different values there. Maybe we could get rid of a note right there and maybe reverse these notes. Take a listen. Cool. So now it's time to apply some spatial effects, which is a huge part of dub chord creation. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a delay, and I'm just going to use Ableton stock delay here and drag it on. And I want quite a long time, because if you look at the MIDI clip, the notes are quite randomly placed and they're all quite squashed together. So it would be good to have like a large delay time where it's clearly defined. So let's go into here, and I'm just going to set it to 8 here. And let's take a listen to that. Now let's have a look at the filter here. I'd like to reduce the range what the delay is taking up. And let's change it to ping pong mode. And I'm going to turn the mix up a little bit. That's working pretty nicely for now. I'm going to move on to reverb. So I'm just going to use Ableton stock reverb and put it on after the delay. And I'm going to load up the large hall preset. I'll just turn down the mix a bit. And let's give it some high pass, sorry. So I'd like to put an EQ on here just to check if there's like a lot of boxiness or muddiness coming through, and we could reduce that. Yeah, so right down here in the low end, I'm just gonna turn that down a bit. Let's put this before the compressor. You could get even more modulation out of the sound by modulating the decay of the filter envelope here. What I'm going to do is get a Max for Live LFO. And map that to the decay there, alright? Let's just reduce the depth. Take a listen to that. Let's go back and have a look at this delay here, and we could give it some modulation on the filter. So that is the basic technique, guys. I hope you found that useful. If you'd like more exclusive content like this, download this Ableton live set and all the Ableton live sets from my YouTube tutorials, regular sample uploads and more. That's all available via my Patreon. There's a link for that right here down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.